So, hi, YouTubers. Welcome back to another review of Game of Thrones Season 6. This week is a little bit different. I'm doing both Episode 7, The Broken Man, and Episode 8, No One. And the reason for that is the storyline pretty much are in one episode. Like they'll have something that got started in episode 7, and then it will get resolved immediately in episode 8. And here is my problem with it, and this is why I'm doing it back to back like this. So, for example, in episode 7 of Game of Thrones, The Broken Man, you have Sandor Clegane, the Hound, show up, and I was really excited to see that he came back, and he was being converted in a way, influenced by this priest, which is really cool. And immediately after that, the group that he was with gets killed by the Brotherhood without a banner. And then in episode 8, he finds them, he kills them, and I think he's about to join them. And this is the problem that I had with these two episodes. It's starting to feel like The Walking Dead, where they would bring in a new character and they would die right away just in service of the characters that we already know. And I feel like bringing the Hound back was great, but this late into the season and having it resolved within 2 episodes. And by 2 episodes, I mean like 4 scenes, because he was not in it for that long. And again, with Marine, with Tyrion striking a deal with the slavers, right? So he made a deal with them, and then in episode 8, immediately they came and attacked Marine, and then Daenerys shows up, and kind of, I guess she's gonna destroy the slavers, or she already did, because there was ships surrounding Marine. And then she shows up with a dragon, and again the story is resolved. I thought they're gonna have major consequences with Tyrion and this decision that he made, but again, within a few scenes, and then in the next episode, it's done. Now, one of the things that really bothered me is Arya's story. It's ridiculous. It's so predictable and it's so boring the way they handle it, right? It was her and that other faceless assassin, the other girl. So she refused to kill the actress in The Broken Man, and then she got stabbed, and then she survived, and then she came back to the actress, and the actress, fixed her up, bandaged her wound, and then immediately died after that. And again, the faceless assassin girl came into where Arya was at. She knew that she was in there, that she was injured, but no, she didn't kill her. She was taking her sweet ass time, and she made sure she gave Arya a lot of time to escape. And I'm telling you, man, with someone getting stabbed in the stomach that many times, she was running like an Olympic athlete. Like, I'm like, how are you even surviving this? And then, Arya goes into her secret hideout, where she pulls out a needle, and then she cuts the light, and the girl chases her into the room, and then she cuts up the candlelight, and then she kills her. Now, I'm telling you, am I to believe this girl who has been training as a faceless assassin for as long as she did, with all her fighting skills, and then Arya, who has never been properly trained, to be blind for a few days or weeks, I don't even know. The training montage made it look like she's been trained within like a week at most by that girl, and she's able to kill her, become an expert blind swordsman. I don't know, man. That's stretching it. She doesn't get killed when she's stabbed. The place that she's at, the person looking over her gets killed, but she didn't. She was running around with like pretty much an open stomach. Her intestines should be all over the place. She's been training for a tiny wee bit, and then she beats her competition like it's nothing. I mean, come on, Game of Thrones. one of the things that make Game of Thrones so good is that it's unpredictable and it's very real. Nowadays, it's starting to get convenient, and then I'm not buying Arya's story at all. And again, the whole investment was for nothing. Now she's going to leave and become Arya Stark again. I don't think she gained that much skills in the Temple of Faceless Men. Like, what did she learn? She was blind for a few days. That's it. She didn't learn nothing. Now, the next complaint that I have does not really deal with like story development. It's with Blackfish, right? So I'm not mad at like what happened. I'm just mad at the way they executed it. So in the last episode, Blackfish and Jamie had a standoff, and I'm feeling a lot of tension, and I'm thinking there's gonna be a big battle, or at least some kind of great resolution to the story, right? And then in this episode, pretty much Jamie tricked Admir into going back in the castle and convincing Blackfish, well, not Blackfish, but his man, to open the castle. And then Jamie took over the stronghold. So Blackfish was helping Brienne and Pot escape, right? And he was gonna be the last man standing. Now I understand that he's a old man, he's an older actor, so they're not gonna be able to shoot a lot of action scenes with him. But give me something. I've been invested in this storyline. I thought he was badass, and to see him be killed off screen, simply a soldier came up to Jamie and said, "Oh yeah, Blackfish died fighting." It felt so unsatisfying, just like Arya's storyline. Like you make me become so invested in it, and the way it was resolved was so quickly, and I felt cheated, so cheated. And again with Brienne, man, it's been forever since she have seen Jamie again, right? And it was a great scene with her and Jamie, and how she said, they may meet in battle or whatnot. But then again, in the end of the episode, Brienne goes back to Sansa, and Jamie just say goodbye to her again. I'm seeing a trend here with season 6, right? In the beginning, I loved it because everything was getting resolved. And then I'm like, okay, that's great, because a lot of storylines took like 4 or 5 seasons to get here. But then now they are rushing it like crazy. Like the whole Dorne thing, I don't know if they're going to even come back to it, but it resolved very quickly. It was like bam, 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 done. And then now with Arya, bam, 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 done. And then with the River Run storyline, bam, bam, done. And the way they showed it, it's just like unsatisfying. Come on, give me a fight scene with Blackfish. He's badass. He's probably one of the best fighters in the Tully army, right? Show him die fighting or something, man. That was just like so disappointing, And last but not least, to the things that I don't like about these 2 episodes anyway, was the mountain. So the Faith Militant came and tried to get Cercei to go to the Septon, and she refuses to go. And they say, well, you're not gonna go. There's gonna be violence. I was anticipating this scene the whole time since I have seen the trailer, and then Cersei was like, I choose violence. So what did the Faith Militant try? I don't know how dumb could he be to fight the mountain. And then bam, he hits him in his armor, and he's perfectly fine. Then the mountain like grabbed the dude's neck and just choked the heck out of him. And he just pulled his head with his spine just straight out of like his body, just like a Mortal Kombat fatality. And then that's it. That's it. We 8 hours into season 6. I waited the whole entire season 5 for the mountain to come back, and that's all you get. He pushed the guys against the wall and crushed his skull, and now he pulled a guy's head out. That's it. Come on, man. So, but aside from that, I mean, like, again, this is just me, anticipating so much. So let's get to the other part of the two episodes that I really did like. So, first off, in The Broken Man, there's a scene with Olenna Martell, the Queen of Thorns, and Cercei. And I thought the exchanges were great. I mean, Cercei is a losing character in this season, I'm telling you. And Olenna even pointed it out. She was like, throughout this whole ordeal that I'm dealing with, the best comfort that I have is knowing that you have failed. You effed up and you're gonna pay for it. And then immediately in No One, episode 8, Cersei was really looking forward to the trial by combat, and her son betrayed her. Tormund straight up just said from now on, trial by combat is declared illegal. It's unlawful to do so, and she will be, tried in the Septon in light of the Seven. And Cersei is so fucked. So yeah, that's where Cersei is at right now. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I feel like overall, this season feels like a setup season. Like season 6 is like an adventure movie. It sets up all this little storyline for the Marvel universe, but this is the Game of Thrones universe. So I feel like everything will be paid off. Maybe season 7 or 8, I don't know, but there's no way they're gonna finish all the storylines in the next 2 episodes. And with that, I feel a bit disappointed because if you're gonna be doing a build up, setup season anyway, do it right. Don't rush it. Don't just introduce a character or introduce a storyline and then just bam, that's it. Have it be done or finished with. So this season, I really hated Arya's storyline, and so far I am not that interested in the whole King's Landing thing anymore because I feel like it's not going anywhere. A lot of back and forth, and that's just about it for me. Again, the whole uh, north in the north where Sansa and Davos and Jon Snow, where they are, negotiating for armies and all that. That's cool. And and I really do like the Mormon's family. The little girl that was like she took over the Bear Island of Bear Island. She was great, but again, not enough to hold me interested. So the combination of episode 7, Broken Man, and episode 8, between the two, um, I think it's a very mediocre ride so far. And now we're still dealing with Samuel Tarly's storyline somewhere out there. There's still a Dorne storyline out there somewhere. There's still Theon and Yara somewhere out there. So, man, that's a lot of setting up, for the game, especially this late in the stages. So yeah, the 2 episodes have a combined score of 2.5. So I'll round it up and I give it a 3 out of 5. Thank you.